16 times the champion of the world.
Bathed in blue and green. It's Taylor, it's Van Gerwen, but who's going to win and why? Rod Harrington's with me. Rod, is a terrific atmosphere, and what a climax to what's been the best Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, it is incredible. We're sitting backstage here, Dave, and you can feel the atmosphere of the crowd. It really is. You've got two really different players. You've got Michael Van Gerwen, loves the crowd, loves the game, bounces off them, and you've got Phil Taylor that gets so much respect from any person in the country, to be quite honest. So it's going to be a cracking final. I think, you know, 9-dart of Van Gerwen, maybe with this atmosphere and the adrenaline rushing, we could see a 9.
You reckon?
No question. I mean,
2 maybe, like in 2010.
Well, that would be a dream. I mean, when you've got players like Phil Taylor, who's done it several times, Michael's done it several times, you know, missed the double for, you know, back-to-back. It could happen. It's at times like this when the great players do exceptional things, and it could happen tonight.
I've got to say, sometimes the London audience, because they're spoiled for entertainment, are a little bit subdued. Not tonight. This crowd have been brilliant.
They've been hanging off the rafters, Dave. I mean, it really is a buzz going on around here. It kind of, you can really feel it, as I said, backstage here, and we could be in for a cracker.
Okay, let's pick up commentary. Rod Studd and Wayne Mardle.
Thanks, Dave. Well, this is it. This is what it's come down to. The final of the McCoy's Premier League. From the Odyssey in Belfast, week 1, to week 15, the O2 in London. A rerun of the World Final just 4 months ago. Will the result be the same? Will Phil Taylor win a 7th Premier League? Or will Michael Van Gerwen win it for the first time on his debut?
Has he still got the power? Because he knows, Phil Taylor, that these days he's not just playing Michael Van Gerwen, he's standing up on stage playing Old Father Time as well, because he can't keep staving them off, Wayne. He's seen them come and he's seen them go, and you were the ones that went, but he can't keep doing it. Is this going to be the man that finally does take up the baton, Michael Van Gerwen?
As you said, there's been many that's tried, but not many have stood up to Phil Taylor like Michael Van Gerwen stands up to him. And they met in week 1, it was a draw, and Taylor got away with it. And when they met in week 10, Michael Van Gerwen give the master a bit of a battering. That is Phil Taylor's first 180 of the evening.
Phil Taylor has come to play tonight, no question.
No question indeed, and that is a perfect marker for Philip Douglas Taylor.
100.
Against Barney, there was an onslaught early on from RVB, but it just kind of kept him at bay.
140.
And then he broke, and he seemed to break Barney's will and run out an 8-4 winner. Michael Van Gerwen got off to a blistering start against James Wade, but kind of stumbled over the line. He won 8-4 as well.
Michael, you require 40.
Well, this has been some start. This is the 13th dart MBG has thrown in this leg, and it is the last dart.
The first leg, Mark Van Gerwen.
What a start.
Second leg, Phil to throw first. Game on.
Michael Van Gerwen won his PDC Major, the Grand Prix, in October. A month after that, he was in the final of the Grand Slam. A month after that, he lost in the final of the Worlds to this man. And now he's in another major final. That's 4 majors in the last 5 events. That is incredible for a man that hadn't reached one, Rod.
And you start to wonder, will 2013 be the year of the Gherkin, as he is affectionately known in darting circles?
He is indeed.
100.
A likeable character is Michael. Likeable or not, you've got to go up there and do a job against the best player the world has ever
100.
seen. And some would argue still is. Still world number one.
Well, we've seen Van Gerwen beat Taylor, we've seen him batter Taylor at the Grand Slam and on the tour circuit as well, but you have to hand it to the power in the game that really mattered. The World Championship, Taylor got the job done. And they really are treating us to another terrific exhibition
80. Tonight,
Wayne, the two semi-finals and then the final here so far have been the highest quality.
Phil Taylor started off the semi-final against RVB, kind of similar to this, 103, 104 average. Michael Van Gerwen started off brilliantly as well, but tapered off towards the end. If he tapers off here, you will not beat Phil Taylor. That's the way it goes.
87. Phil requires 74.
MBG went out in 13 in leg number 1. Taylor is going to take at least 15 here, but it might still be enough as he looks at tops.
34. Michael, you require 134.
Well, it's a chance. It's not even half a chance. Treble 20. It's a chance now. He stayed there, double 7, what a blow! What a blow that would have been, disgusted of himself. What was that he insinuated? Well, whatever it was, Phil Taylor liked it.
Tops for the power, he does not miss again, but even the great man's heart must have skipped a beat as Van Gerwen went 60-60 and threatened double 7. Still does it Gerwen style, doesn't he? And that is full of style.
Well, Michael switched to the double 7. It was rapid, to say the least. And then, after missing, losing the leg, he just comes back and rams in another 180. Rod Harrington thinks that this man might hit a 9-darter tonight in this final. I do hope so.
Phil Taylor has hit 2 in a Premier League final against James Wade. Michael Van Gerwen almost hit 2 in 2 legs against James Wade in the World Championship semi-final. And of course he hit one at the match play as well. So you wouldn't offer very long odds, would you, against one of them pulling a 9-darter out of the bag here?
123.
I'm wondering how Michael is feeling pressure-wise, knowing how he performed in the league phase and winning the league phase through to the final. Is the pressure, do you feel, on him to kind of get the job done? If he doesn't cross the line here, feel like he's failed after being so dominant for 14 weeks?
I don't think he ever thinks about pressure or contemplates pressure. He just goes up and chucks darts, doesn't he?
As Phil said, he doesn't think. Maybe that's where I was coming up short. I'm a thinker.
And a doer, Wayne, as Taylor looks for another one in there, which would leave double 8. That leaves double 8, and suddenly this 58 looks a lot more difficult.
You can count on one hand the amount of times you see Phil Taylor move over the hockey. Pressure, pressure, pressure! The 180 made MVG miss. Chance.
And Gerwen has missed. Will Taylor hit? Over the years, these are the situations he never missed. And he hasn't missed here. He hasn't missed here. And that was the kind of typical Taylor that we have seen for 20 years and more.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Typical Taylor. MVG in complete control of the leg. Not now. And we know what happened in the semi-final. The minute Phil Taylor went a break up against RVB, he didn't relent.
88.
But with Raymond van Barneveld, particularly in the Premier League, Taylor knows that he has his number. He's never beaten him, Van Barneveld.
140.
And with Van Barneveld, I think once Taylor got in front, he knew he had his man, Wayne. Different with Van Gerwen, I think.
Yeah, the dynamics are different. I couldn't agree more. Wish I'd have said it like that.
100.
Dutch fans looking for their man to get back on level terms.
It has been a tremendous night, and this match can top it off. These are the best 4 players in World Darts in front of an enormous crowd in London's Docklands at the O2. Van Barneveld and Wade have departed the scene to leave Taylor and Van Gerwen centre stage, and rightly so.
174.
All the majors coming up on Sky Sports. The UK Open, the match play, the Grand Prix, Grand Slam,
139.
then the Worlds. These 2 players could compete in 9 every final, as is their quality.
19.
99.
So Taylor says, I'm waiting on tops. Can you get rid of the 1-2-1? Treble 17. He can't. So Taylor now for clear daylight.
53. Do we require 40?
Will not be looking to put the first dart high, because that's not a good marker. There you go. A little smile as well.
When Rod Harrington made the point after Phil Taylor's demolition of Van Barneveld in the semi 8-4 that Phil Taylor, in his opinion, had not made a mistake. And of course Rod didn't mean he'd gone out in 9 darts every leg, but when it mattered, he never made a mistake. He never missed a double that mattered. He never missed a big number, and when he needed a big score he hit one.
That's why he's won what he's won. It is the timing. You can hit 9 darters and 10 darters.
100.
If they're just on your throw and the other guy's throwing first and holding, then you're not breaking him, you're not getting into him. But Phil Taylor has a way of winning.
140.
In that semi-final, Phil Taylor hit 8 winning doubles and missed only 3. In this final, he's 50% on the doubles, 3 out of 6. But it was that 180, the third leg that set up the break, that was so vital. Now can he just keep holding throw and hold on to his Premier League title? Remember, he won
60.
here 12 months ago.
Against Barney, Phil Taylor hit an incredible 16 140s. There was 18 ton pluses in there as well in 12 legs. He's already hit 5 140s, a 180, a 177.
130.
All equates to 103 average. This is Michael. 104, 105.
139.
Well, every leg is important, clearly, but if Van Gerwen were to go a double breakdown, he really would have problems with a capital P.
96. Michael, you require 66.
Well, already you get the feeling this must go, Wayne.
I do get that feeling. 16 for tops. He's gone 20 to lead double 18. That is a sign of the class of MVG.
6 leg Phil to throw first.
I think in the first match against James Wade, he would have just gone his normal route of 16 to leave tops, after hitting the 10, of course, but just decided to change it. Game on.
Game on indeed, all in, all goes, all 3. Taylor, his 3rd maximum of the match, and
58.
Even after 3 darts, you have to say it, there is that possibility of a 9. Oh, just dipped below.
100.
Well, when you have kicked off with a 180, what you have to then do is hit another 3-figure score. Just to keep your opponent under all the pressure in the world. And remember, Phil Taylor has that break. All he needs to do is hold through. And he's Premier League champ for a 7th time. It's simple.
81.
Never lost a Premier League final.
Neither have I.
Nor me, Wayne.
100.
But when it comes to finals time, and Taylor's record in finals is phenomenal, isn't it? In all competitions. When it comes to wages time, he rarely loses. He leaves tops again. Perfect visit.
And there is a small amount of £150,000 for the winner.
140.
Michael piling under pressure.
Phil, you require 40.
Phil has looked deadly. Deadly on the doubles. Clearly got to go right hand side. Moves over, opens the bed. Just like the treble 20 he hit for the 180 to leave double 8 in the third leg, second leg. That was just as good. Brilliant from Phil Taylor. Saved his best for tonight.
Without any doubt, midway through the league phase, he was stuttering and stumbling, wasn't he? Losing games you'd never expect him to lose, and I don't want to appear rude to Andy Hamilton, but you wouldn't expect Taylor to lose those kind of games. No disrespect to the Hammer, who played brilliantly that night, but
140.
Taylor has come to the party when he really has needed to. Played brilliantly tonight in back-to-back matches,
60.
and sometimes we've seen him struggle a little bit with the second game on a night. Not tonight.
Well, he's unbeaten in 7 in the Premier League. It's taken into consideration the semi-final. So 6 league matches without defeat to end the league. Finished with a flurry. MVG needs some red bits, needs some green bits, just needs some big bits.
134.
2 greens from the green machine. But this leg is still Taylor's to lose against the throw. He came to the hockey 14 behind. He'll be leaving it 166 in front.
Phil Taylor has the edge, obviously. Not because he's leading 4-2. But the way he is playing is the best he has played throughout this whole Premier League. There's something inevitable about what he's doing. There's something about him. There's something about his throw. There's something about the confidence that he's got right now. And this is against the man who is supposedly going to take over. This is some effort by Phil Taylor.
That was an 11-dart leg. Phil Taylor has turned into the tungsten Terminator once more. A relentless machine, demolishing everything in its path. And Van Gerwen has got to find something very, very special here. He's got to start reeling off 10, 11 dart legs. We know he can do that. We know he can do that.
He knows that. 6th 180 of this match. 4 to Phil Taylor. There's a break after this leg.
135.
Van Gerwen has to win it. He has to. It's paramount.
134.
Well, 6-2 down. Long way back. 5-3, a very different story. So if Van Gerwen can break the Taylor throw for the first time in this final, in this leg, we have
60.
got a game on in the second half, and there is now a real chance.
Poor visit from Phil Taylor. What can MVG do?
57.
He responds with one of his own. That was probably the worst visit of the final for Michael Van Gerwen in context of the match.
Well, you'd expect him to stack on top of that, and he hasn't. He hasn't.
60.
Well, that's a surprise to me and to Phil Taylor, and probably to Michael Van Gerwen.
Both players know the importance of this leg.
105.
Both players know that it's a must-win. If Phil Taylor gets this, is it half the job done? Oh my goodness. Will he stay there? Treble 20 again? Well, Michael will breathe the sigh of relief. That's missed, Phil. I know you can't believe it sometimes, but you do miss.
105.
Well, do Michael van Gerwen's hopes in this final depend on the next 3 darts? Maybe the next 2 darts. Double 8. That will do. That gets Michael van Gerwen very much back in this Premier League final. Yeah, what a vital leg that was, Wayne. He got his second 180. Taylor in that leg hit 2 consecutive scores of 60. So maybe a sign that he's beginning to feel it a bit. Brilliant leg by Van Gerwen, and it, as you said, keeps him very much in the game. Still 1 breakdown, still work to do, but he has got the throw. So if he can get 1 break back, very much in the melting pot again.
130.
But just like before the break, this leg is a must-win. Michael van Gerwen cannot be broken again. Got to switch.
177.
And does. Beautiful. As good as a 180.
Yeah, you're right, Wayne. And signs that Van Gerwen realises that he's back in, but this is Phil the Power Taylor.
140.
Almost get it. That'll give him some relief because, as I say, 2 60s in succession in that previous leg.
100.
Well, Michael clearly not particularly happy with the last dart there, grimacing. There's half a chance here for Phil Taylor. Well, there was half a chance. Looking befuddled, bamboozled. But not hitting
38.
straight bit.
144.
Yeah, 2 trebles, but the wrong ones, and Van Gerwen 144. Needs a treble.
94.
Oh, gets it as well. That was a super switch.
It really was. And the pressure it takes off the next shot is what it's all about. It's not just hitting the 54, that dart. It's what it does to the mind and your opponent.
100.
Yes, that's right. So 50 he wants for 5-4, and he'll be thinking, should he get this, about affecting the breakthrough. Foot tops he wants, and his first dart was the one that did him.
We require 87.
Well, Michael will be absolutely livid with himself. There is no excuse. Against James Wade, Michael took out 87 twice, and they were the killer blows. Is this going to be the killer blow? Got away with it.
70.
Well, they were the eyes of a predator on the prowl, but didn't make his kill, and yes, the head shake says it all. Van Gerwen did. Now's the time for Van Gerwen to strike, Wayne.
If this final doesn't go Phil Taylor's way, that was where it went wrong. 5-2 down against the throw. Now look, 1 breakdown.
Yes, that's right.
57.
Only 57 is not what he wanted, and Taylor loves these moments, makes the most of them, most of the time.
100.
He does have a way of finding a way to win. Some people, they put themselves in a winning situation and don't quite walk through the door, get it done. Phil Taylor, he can win from anywhere. Hates losing.
82.
And the will to succeed year in, year out, I just find incredible from Phil.
Well, it's been going on now for so long. That's the amazing thing, is his longevity. You know, we've been talking about a great man retiring from management after 27 years nearly in the job at Manchester United, and a good few before that. But this man Taylor too has staying power. Power being the operative word, but staying as well.
Well, MVG after hitting 2 180s now wants the bullseye.
59.
Well, it wasn't a bad dart, but it missed.
40.
Phil Taylor to hold throw, and every hold now for Phil Taylor is like pure gold. That's awkward. That is awkward.
Oh, and that means he's got to get it too far south, and the reason is those 2 darts were too close for comfort. Now then, Van Gerwen, double 8, did it earlier, did it again, 5 apiece, game on, head shaking from the power. Wayne, this final is far, far from over.
Phil Taylor won in 87 in the previous leg. He missed 2 at a double, and we said then that might be the change. Michael Van Gerwen's changed. There was a swagger when he walked back. After that last leg, there was a swagger. And Phil Taylor, you see him shake his head. He knows he's let Michael off the hook. You cannot let the green machine off the hook.
And that was identical to the 8th leg that he had to win. Another 180, banging him in for his 5th, his 3rd in quick succession. His 4th in as many legs, and he's had a 177 as well. Now you know why they call him Mighty Mike.
He's turned this match on his head. Cannot miss.
96.
I was going to say that finish, 9-8, was identical to the one that won him the 8th leg before the break. No messing, straight in, and well, where's your money now, Mr. Mardle?
140.
Well, I'm not a gambling man, as you know, John. Well, Michael deciding to go the 25, got to move over. Tops 4.
65.
Was going to say the lead.
Yes, yes. He has led once, the very first leg of the match. A 13-darter on that occasion. Now Taylor is very much... Oh, again the wrong side of the wire. Like those 2 double tops a minute ago. Right on the wire. So close.
Well, Phil Taylor said Michael's trait is that he doesn't think about it. I've got to say, he was taking a time to throw that first dart. He looked like he was pondering. He didn't want to throw that. He didn't want to throw.
But that last dart, Wayne, his 2nd dart, just over the double 5, got him the 3rd one in. It was the perfect marker. 4 legs in a row. 8, 9, 10, 11, trailed 5-2, lead 6-5, on a roll.
100.
On a roll indeed. And Phil Taylor knows. He knows he's got to stop MVG in his tracks. He has to win this leg. Every throw, every dart, every leg is paramount for Phil Taylor now. Because if Van Gerwen does go a break up, the way the tide has changed, you just feel that Michael has got the impetus right now.
That's right, and he's got the darts anyway. Having won the bull in the practice room, rather on the stage, he has the darts. So if he goes a break up, he's effectively 2 up.
Treble 18 has to be.
98.
That leaves a finish 164. Michael wouldn't mind leaving 164 himself.
94.
Again, that treble 18 helping him out. A la Dennis Priestley in days of yore. Very, very faithful to him. But this is a good effort from Taylor.
Well, Phil, he got that against Barney earlier on in the night, didn't he? Couldn't do it again. Now, if Michael can hit a 140 or more, the pressure firmly on Phil Taylor. Going for the bullseye by the looks of it.
145. Phil requires 68.
To leave 65, so 68 for Taylor. Only going to have 1 dart at a double here, Wayne.
This has to go, John. This has to go, and Mr. T knows it.
36.
Well, that 145 from Michael Van Gerwen has earned him a tilt for 7-5. Well, we all know what he's after here. And he gets it! Brilliant dance! What a match! Look at the face of a man who led 5-2 and now trails 7-5.
Phil Taylor has seen off the likes of Barney. He's seen off Dennis Priestley. He's seen off myself. He's seen off Mervyn King. seen off Adrian Lewis. Is this one man he cannot dominate?
The Dutch Masters, Wayne. At the moment, headed by a certain 24-year-old going like a train. Just got his 6th maximum.
74.
At the end of that last leg, Phil Taylor looked completely bemused that someone is standing up there toe-to-toe, out-tailoring Taylor.
Yes, hitting him, and very reminiscent of the Barney Taylor final, when Barney was down, came back strongly, and we had that remarkable finish. Similar sort of thing, admittedly on a smaller scale, but similar sort of occasion.
Brilliant visit.
140.
128, if he gets a shot, is doable. Phil Taylor's going to get a shot. Michael made a mess.
Yeah, only 57, so
28.
time for Taylor against the throw, yet sensible. Treble 20 for the bull. That's the problem. Needed that. Treble 20.
63. One required 90.
Treble 20, double 15. That's the way he will go. There's the treble 20.
60.
He's missed. He's let Phil Taylor back in. The 2 darts at double 18, sorry, 1 at double 18, 1 at double 9. Phil's effectively got those back with this chance.
Well, this is the shot. Van Gerwen got a few minutes ago. 65. That's another break back for Phil to power Taylor. And the first leg he has won since the 7th. And this final, you know, Wayne, is living up to expectations.
Phil Taylor had stopped the rock. When all the league phase was done and dusted, we knew it was possible that Phil Taylor and Michael Van Gerwen could meet in the final. I'm not saying we had favourites, John, but it was a final that we kind of wanted because it was a replay of the World final. We want to see this week in, week out. Taylor is the master. Van Gerwen surely will be world champ one day. Yeah. We want to see these matched up day in, day out.
Yeah, these are the top 2 players for my money in modern day darts. There are a lot of other good ones around. But the Man United and Man City of the darting world are on the hockey now.
139.
Michael forcing that last treble in. He's just got such an instinct, such an eye for switching. Taylor got a brilliant eye himself.
84.
Oh, not a good last dart. Only 84 scored. What an opportunity now for Van Gerwen to make his arrows count.
Phil Taylor was leading 4-2 on the 180s at the break. It's now 7-4 to MVG. He's been relentless, John.
Yeah, it's been absolutely magic. Taylor's
60.
Working his socks off like he hasn't worked in ages, and this man is the reason why he's having to.
55.
Declined the chance to go for bullseye. Michael Van Gerwen, at the age of 24, is playing mind games with the master. You should have played mind games with the master, because it can all go so wrong. Oh my word, Michael Van Gerwen, you have just learned the biggest lesson of your life. Do not do that.
Phil Taylor has just hit the best 160 finish in years, and Van Gerwen comes back with a 180. It's 7 apiece though. Taylor's back in it, but it's Van Gerwen who has the throw. What a match! What a 160 finish! What a time to pull it out! And you're right, Van Gerwen took the chance and paid the ultimate penalty and lost the leg.
This is ludicrous. What a match. And to save it for the final, thank you guys. This has been spectacular. What the crowd are witnessing and what you're witnessing at home, you'll never see the likes again. The way that they're going at each other, John.
Yeah.
Darts after darts. They
Yeah.
refuse to buckle, and that is what's so brilliant about it.
Yeah.
There's no walking away from it. There's no shirking their responsibilities.
125.
Hits a 5 and then comes back with another treble 20 to land himself on 56 after just 9 darts. When you've just been hit by a 160 finish, when you've yourself denied yourself a shot at the ball, to come back in this manner, an 11 dart leg, 12 dart leg.
16.
Well, what if Taylor did it again? No way.
The 2 darts that Michael threw there at tops, there was nothing wrong with them. Never went in.
That's what was wrong with them, if you see what I mean.
Well, he's going to get another shot, John.
Yes.
No damage done.
No damage done. So tops for an 8-7 lead. Oh dear. Oh dear, what? Almost in double one, but on the right side of the wire. And Van Gerwen goes ahead again. Getting closer to crunch time, Wayne. Ever closer, leg by leg.
Phil knows now that one mistake and it could be curtains.
95.
The way Michael has been scoring since the break really has been a masterclass in treble hitting. Phil Taylor, even when someone hits him with a barrage, he finds a way of being there. He's still in the running. Anyone else could have faltered and buckled, but not Phil Taylor. 16-time champ of the world.
That's
and
right.
6-time Premier League champ for that reason.
Yeah, hit by 5 legs in a row from Van Gerwen, who himself hit back impressively from adversity at 5-2 down, and now 15 legs played, only a cigarette paper between them, and the power still ploughs them in.
140.
Well, win this match or not, Michael Van Gerwen has proved that he wants to stand up toe-to-toe and do battle with the best. As a 24-year-old, that is to be commended. In there for a fight. A 160 he got. A 170. He could leave. Double 18.
96.
Annoyed. Livid.
Yes. Just 7.5 months old when Phil Taylor won his first world title, this young man. And
Phil requires 74.
Phil Taylor, one can't give him enough praise for standing the test of time. And now here for 8 apiece, knowing that his opponent is on tops. Double 8, Wade.
It's got to go. It has got to go.
66.
Well, you see him there. Philip, he said. Michael Van Gerwen, this is your chance to put daylight between yourself and Phil Taylor. MVG will now be throwing for the Premier League title.
Yeah.
That's his girlfriend Daphne going through the mill, I might add.
And I'll tell you what, Phil Taylor's going through the mill, wondering how he missed those doubles. And now Taylor knowing he has to win
59.
all 3 legs in order to become Premier League champion again.
I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but Michael Van Gerwen didn't close the semi-final out like we expected him to. He stumbled across the line. He's not going to get given opportunity after opportunity against Phil Taylor.
58.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
He took his foot off the gas against James Wade. It cannot be done.
Yeah, I honestly don't believe it's so much taking the foot off the gas intentionally. I do believe it's because he knows he's so close to victory.
You try not to try so hard, John.
And the arm can freeze. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. But it's still very much anybody's leg, this one.
Phil Taylor puts in a huge score.
And that was brilliant too. Utterly. Only one word to describe this game, and that is brilliant. Brilliantly brilliant.
MVG's 9th 180 of this match. Treble 20 for Bullseye. Michael Van Gerwen is going to have a dart to win the McCoy's Premier League. Minimum.
24 years of age from the Netherlands wants double 8 for their Premier League championship. Moves across a fraction inside. Oh, so close. He thought it was in. And Taylor might have done as well, Wayne.
Phil Taylor, 72. 12. Now, tops to stay alive. And of course, he gets it. The pressure that Phil Taylor can withstand is incredible. And Michael Van Gerwen, you see the look on his face as if to say, well, how do you keep doing it?
And that will have hurt him every bit as much as the 160 that we saw in the 14th leg of the match. And that will have rejuvenated the 52-year-old Phil Taylor.
There are many players in the world of darts that can play. They can play darts like this, but what they can't do is play like this under this scrutiny against someone else doing the same.
Exactly.
The pressure, I can't tell you enough, John, what they're doing right now. It's mind-boggling for someone who's been up there and tried to do it.
Well, you have done it. I remember a famous Desert Classic final where Taylor beat you 6-4. You were 4-1 down and got him back to 4 apiece with some brilliant darts, Wayne. You've been there and done it. Now this match is very, very special in the same way. But this one is so close now to being victory and defeat for one or the other. Too close to call.
And Michael looking to score a minimum of 95. Well, that's that 132. This is a big visit for Phil Taylor. A ton, just the straight ton, is not enough. Got to hit 2 trebles here. There's one. Look for treble 17 and gets it.
That's unbelievable, Wayne. That is unbelievable. That's exactly what he needed. Now, treble 19 for the bullseye. What an amazing finish! What an amazing finish to an amazing game! And Van Gerwen is the McCoy's Premier League champion.
Michael Van Gerwen celebrates his victory with the crowd, and Phil Taylor, sporting in defeat, claps his hands and says, "You're good, kid, well done." Michael Van Gerwen takes out 132, and is there a tear in the eye of MVG? Every time we see this man play, he doesn't surprise us anymore. We know how good he is, but he continues to do it. Game in, game out. He's special, John. Incredible. Is this the start? Is this the time of MVG? Phil Taylor kind of shaking his head as if to say, I've done a lot. I averaged 104 there. I could not have played any better.
That's right. 1-3-2 finish was Taylor-esque. It was the 160 from Phil Taylor earlier which lit up the night. lit up the match. That one 3-2. All Van Gerwen.
Well, let's go to John McDonald for the presentation.
We waited 14 amazing weeks for that, and they didn't disappoint. What an amazing final, and now our presentation. Would you welcome firstly the chairman of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Barry Hearn. Joining us, the marketing director of KP Snacks, Mr. George Johnson. And so, ladies and gentlemen, receiving the £75,000, the runner-up, Phil Taylor! And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner, receiving £100,000, the magnificent trophy, but most important of all, the title of the McCoy's Premier League champion, Mighty Michael
To watch more darts from the PDC, push here. Or there.